right, folks. It's Coach Burt. It's Sunday. It's those infamous walks in the subdivision where I unpack, let's just call these conversations with Coach. Crunch time with Coach. It's where I get out and walk around my subdivision and kind of unpack some of my philosophy, basically on 28 years of coaching people. If you just followed me, or you're like, who is Coach Burt? Why do they call him Coach Burt? 6 years old, baseball field. Mickey Vincent, my Little League baseball coach, said, son, one of these days you're going to be a great coach. 15 years old, I started coaching junior pro basketball. 18 was an elementary coach. 19 was at Riverdale. 22 became the youngest head coach in Tennessee. It took me 10 years, folks. 80-hour work weeks to build a championship program. And at 25, I started writing books about methodology, about how to engineer people. What I was really doing was figuring out how to activate the prey drive in a person, which is an instinct to see something and pursue it. So over the last, 44, I'll be 45 this year. Over the last 14 years, all I've been doing is I have been activating that drive in people around the world. Now we do it in person, we do it virtually, we do it through boot camps, we do it through my coaching program, Monster Producer. So tonight I'm going to talk about going pro, making a decision in life to leave an amateur desire behind and make a decision to become a professional. Right? Like, make a decision to quit playing in the minor leagues with your potential, to quit being casual with your potential, to quit allowing excuses in life to keep you from your dreams. Right? I remember coming home one night on a Southwest flight. I was tired, ill, my mind was exhausted. The person beside me was sitting in my lap, their lap, right? And man, I was frustrated. You ever been frustrated to the point that you wanted to take an action? I was incredibly frustrated. And I heard a talk that Ed Milet had given in Salt Lake City. We were both keynoting the same conference at Door to Door Con, Sam Taggart's event. And it's the first time I've ever heard Ed talk about it, but he talked about being casual with your potential. It's like you have all this talent and all this potential, but you're so casual with it. And that night, sitting on the front row by my buddy Tim Grover, I said, man, I'm tired of messing around with my potential, right? Tired of messing around with my selfie stick. I'm tired of messing around with what I'm capable of doing. All my neighbors love when I do these selfie stick things. What's up, guys? So I'm sitting there and I'm in Utah and I'm remembering this talk that Milet gave. And I'm like, dang, man, Milet's talking to me. Like, I know I'm one of the speakers here, right? But man, I'm tired of messing around. Sorry about this. I'm gonna tighten it up, folks. It's what we're talking about tonight too, right? We're talking about tightening it up, tightening your life up, tightening your potential up. There we go. And so I'm sitting there and I'm listening to Milet talk about this concept of being casual with your potential. And I said, man, I'm tired of messing around. Tired of messing around being a single-digit millionaire when I'm capable of being a double-digit millionaire. I'm tired of talking about greatness factories. I'm ready to open greatness factories. I'm tired of, I don't know at that time what I weighed, but I'm tired of being fat, out of shape. I was like 191 or something, I don't know, 2 of me. Now I got down to 1 of me. Now I'm down to 168, my ideal weight. I'm just tired of messing around. And for some reason, along those lines, I'm like, man, I'm going pro. I mean, I am a pro in a lot of ways, the way I plan, the way I attack, the way I work. But there's a whole nother dimension to the level I want to get to. And it's a simple decision to leave an amateur desire behind and go pro. I may be talking to you folks. You may be sitting there going, man, I'm tired of messing around with my potential. I'm tired of making baby money. I'm tired of not hitting my sales numbers. I'm tired of not being able to. And there's various levels of this, right? Various levels, because by all means, going from a high school basketball coach to where I am today I'm successful. I got a great family, multiple properties, great business. Like, what do you want, man? Well, what I want is to realize my potential. That's what I want. And it doesn't matter. All those are just material things, by the way. What I'm looking for is a deeper cut, right? To play on a level that I'm capable of playing on. And to do that, you got to make a decision. And the decision is to go pro. So what does that look like? It's one thing to go, I'm going pro, coach. I'm going pro. Well, I think it has to do with understanding. For me, I was scripted by Covey, as you know. So it has a lot to do with understanding the whole person. Like, I'm going to make a decision to go pro in the body. That's physical. In the mind, that's mental. In the heart, that's emotional. In the spirit, that's spiritual. Those are 4 parts of your nature. And each of these require a decision that you make to go to another level in life. But only you can make that decision, right? When it comes to your business, it's a decision there's probably 20 things going on in your business right now that frustrate you month after month after month after month. Same things, same problems. They're acute problems. Maybe they're chronic problems, but most likely they're acute problems that cause you problems, cause you some type of frustration every month. Here's the deal. You never do anything about it. Takes time, takes energy, takes commitment, takes follow through. So, in essence, you come back in 2021 and you do the exact same thing. My number in 2021 should double in size and revenue. So that's called a dominant focus. Single tangible outcome you're trying to drive. If you're serious, folks, you got to get serious about your numbers. You got to get serious about your work ethic. You got to get serious about your prey drive. You got to get serious about your hustle. And you got to get serious about your strategies that you're using. There's key decisions we all have to make. There's key decisions that I'm making every day. And here's the deal. You wake up scared. Some point along the way, your prey drive gets activated through exposure, embarrassment. A little bit about what I'm talking about tonight is the activator of embarrassment. It's Coach Burt's house right there. Love that house, man. It's been a great house. Great house. Love this subdivision too, by the way. So, at some point you're like, damn it, I'm tired of messing around. I need to commit or I need to recommit. I need to focus and I need to refocus. I need to quit playing around with my capacities, with my potential. It's like the parable of the talents. Because I'm teaching this concept coming up of prey drive this week, right? I got a virtual summit coming out on the 20th of this month. If you can't be there physically this Wednesday and Thursday, I got 50 people coming in to my lodge where I'm going to be breaking down prey drive. But if you can't be there, you need to get on the virtual summit January 20th. And I even got into this concept of where does God play into prey drive? T.D. Jakes always said, God gave us the trees, but he didn't make... God gave us the trees, but he didn't make the desk. Right? At some point, there's an initiative that's got to be taken. A lot of commotion going on down there. My kid's probably down there. So when you're thinking about it, I think about the parable of the talents. You have this talent, but you're not using it. Therefore, you lose it. It goes into a lot more detail than that in the Bible. It don't just say you didn't lose it. It says a whole lot more than that. Just study that in the book of Matthew. Now, when you're thinking about it, it takes a prey drive. And I was going back and studying, and in an animal, the prey drive is the willingness to chase everything, to pursue something. That can be a liability, can it? But just the pure ability to get up and initiate something, man. Just take an action. When in doubt, take an action. So this decision to go pro is a decision. It says I'm going to feed my body, I'm going to feed my mind, I'm going to feed my heart, and I'm going to feed my spirit. I spent all weekend studying the story of WeWork, what worked about it, what didn't work about it. Got this new greatness factory that's coming in Nashville. I'm going to be down there tomorrow working. And I'm looking at what was successful and what was not successful. I'm looking at why it's still valued at $12 billion or $5 billion or whatever. At one time, $47 billion. And Adam Newman, the founder of WeWork, was talking about valuations. And he said, in an exchange, something is worth what another person is willing to pay for it. That's how you determine a valuation. It's not like what's worth $1 to one person could be worth $1 million to another person. What's it worth if you're out in the cold and you need a coat? Could be worth a whole lot more than $1. What's it worth to know something that could save you 10 years of your life? Could be worth a whole lot more than $1 million. So I'm studying this weekend, man. I mean, when I devour something, I devour it. I'm talking all the videos, all the interviews, the books that are written, the podcast that he's on. Because I want to study the success and failure of a concept. I think what I'm bringing in a greatness factory is not only a hub of energy where people can work, grow, connect, but I'm also bringing coaching. I'm also bringing structures of exchange. I'm also bringing like-minded people together. I'm also bringing incredible amounts of energy, conviction. I mean, I'm bringing something unique. At least I think it's unique. Only time will tell. But I think you're going to see us license these greatness factors all over the world. Now, why am I telling you this? Because tonight we're talking about going pro. We're talking about making a decision. And I had the plans. I've spent, I don't know, maybe $100,000, $200,000 on plans. And you may say, well, that's a waste. No, because you go there in the mind before you go there in the body. The $100,000 up front to do the architecture was just a commitment. I bought the land, then made a strategic decision that I didn't want to put it where I bought the land. And then I just kept working with this idea of intention in my mind until eventually a partner came along and said, man, we want you to have it here. And that happened to be Guaranteed Mortgage. We've got a brand new building, got the 9th floor. It's built out 80% of the way you want it, which is freakish. We want you to have the best views in Nashville. Okay, that space is about $40,000 a month, by the way. Why? Because I'm making a decision to go pro. You can't license a concept till you have a concept. You can't license a book till you have a book, folks. You can't sell an asset till you have an asset. So I'm making a decision. I'm taking an idea. I'm overcoming the inertia. And I'm going pro. Because I'm tired of watching other people go pro. Tired of watching other people do ideas. And I believe some of the stuff I'm doing is inspiring other people in my space to do their versions of it. Because at the end of the day, they're not any better than you are. Other than maybe they got some confidence that you don't have, some connections that you don't have. You can get both of those, by the way. So my challenge to you tonight, it's January 3rd. Some of you are going to repeat last year. It ain't going to be any better than last year. It ain't going to be more prosperous than last year. It's going to be the same as last year. Some of you are going to ante up. And you're going to go from 2 million to 4 million, or 3 million to 6 million, or 3 million to 10 million. Like, we think in terms of doubling, right? Like, I'm going to go from 3 million to 6 million. That's how we think. I remember years ago, had a guy on my team, and I had a team meeting, and he showed up late. I think he was on drugs. He was always, you know, all screwed up in the eyes and late and confused all the time. And I put up on the board, we're going to do 800-something thousand a month. If you do that, you do 867 a month, or 833 a month, you do 10 million in a year. And he just looked at me like, damn, this dude's crazy. all right? This dude's crazy. Well, just because he couldn't see it, don't mean that I couldn't see it. And just because he couldn't go there, don't mean I couldn't go there. So you're going to have these people in your life that go, this is crazy, man. We only got 2 or 3 people. This is crazy. Well, Bezos was crazy when he started Amazon. All these people were crazy when they got started. You need a little healthy craziness to do something big in the world, folks. When other people go, dang, that takes some guts to do that. But guess what? Somebody has done it. So the challenge for you tonight is, if you're not in my coaching program, Monster Producer, what's stopping you, man? $1,000, right? So one guy was telling me the other day, like, I want to do it, but I'm going to put it into this. I'm like, man, if you can't do both, you got a problem. If you can't put 1,000 into this and 1,000 of that, shows that you're not making enough traction, man. You're playing at a low level. If you can't invest $1,000 in something, in yourself, to learn how to make $1 million, see, that's an amateur decision. See, just talking about this, there's some amateur decisions I've been sitting on that I need to make. Just by talking about it tonight helps me to help you make these decisions, so we don't sit on these decisions, right? So the challenge tonight is, what you going to go pro in? If you're going to get in Monster Producer, I got a group of people, 50 people come from all over the world to my lodge this Wednesday. It's going to be a transformative experience. I guarantee it. If they just bring themselves in a good mindset, maybe they're in a bad mindset, I don't know, then I'm going to help them get to a higher frequency, right? Tuesday night, I'm doing a job fair. If you want to play at a higher frequency, you want to work with me in some capacity or work with our company, get yourself to a better position in life. Even the people who have left me, in my opinion, are at a better position in their life than they were before they came. They're tougher. Their skill sets have been worked. The muscles have been worked. Their commitment levels are higher. They know what it's like to play at a high level. So Tuesday night, I'm doing a job fair if you're interested. Wednesday, see, what am I doing? Flip the Switch boot camp. Some of you, get on a plane. Get yourself there, man, for 2 days. Come spend 2 days. It's about you. It ain't about me. Friday night, I'm doing a private person of interest dinner with some big-time people of interest on what they can do to grow their person of interest score in 2021. Man, every week, I'm doing something. Next week, I'm doing the coaching summit. If you want to be a coach, if you want to speak, if you want to coach, if you want to train, if you want to lead, if you want to write books, if you want to see the journey that I've taken over the last 18 years professionally. A few weeks after that, I'm doing the boot camps. Man, it's on, man. It's on. So I want you to be on with me. I believe everybody needs a good coach in life. Tonight's topic is about going pro. In all areas of our life, folks, we go pro. And once we go pro, we leave them amateur desires behind, and we make a decision to push through to find our potential. If I'm talking to you, hit me up, coach@coachburt.com. Get on a plane, come spend 2 days with me. It's time for you to quit messing around with that potential the good Lord gave you. You guys have a great night. Conversations with Coach, crunch time with Coach, conversations in subdivision with Coach.